Hi everyone, welcome back to Rust Runes Aett. I have been out traveling, so I've been posting on my other channel, but I am back and I took down all the Christmas decorations and I'm still trying to unpack loads of laundry, all the things, but I wanted to get in here just to get sort of reacclimated and re-energized, find out what's going on, what I need to focus on, what you could focus on as well. So that's why I'm doing this. Okay, so as you recall, the runes have families or clans as well. So there's the physical, emotional, mental, and then the spiritual realm. So, or family or clan. So let's get with the runes. I have 24 here, so this is the Germanic rune set, or it's the latest or the youngest version. The younger version, my goodness, the younger version is more the Danish or the Scandinavian, and the younger is actually the oldest set of runes, and there's only 16 of those. So what I will do is I will read from the Germanic runes, the 24, and then I'll peel off the runes that do not apply for the Danish or Scandinavian side of my heritage and look at the message there. So these are cold. I traveled through some nasty weather today. Not as bad as it usually is, but still not pleasant. So, let's go ahead, cast runes. What is the message for tonight? We are taking everything that is not visible to my eyeball off the board. So we are reading only the ones that are face up and that are visible to me. So, runes go back into the pouch, if I cannot see them. That one's kind of a borderline, but the rock is a little twisted there. So we'll leave that one. Okay, so now I'm going to put them in their Aett, or Aett if you're Danish, their family or their clans. And so I'm just doing a real generic kind of positioning, and then I will get more specific once I put them in their family. Now, this X is not an X like Gibel. This is Nathis. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 1, 2. So 3. And then this would be 4. This would be 5. Skipping 6. This is 7. And this is 8. So the only rune layer that we didn't get to is the 6th position. So I read runes 1 to 8, and each in their family or their clan, their Aett, if you're Germanic. And so then I look at verticals like 1, 2, 3. We don't have any 3s. We have 2 over here, but not 3. Then I look for those that are closest together. And there really isn't a whole lot going on either. These 2 are together, but that's not anything real significant. There's 2 here, there's 2 here, but they're kind of skipping around. So to me, there's nothing definitive in tonight's message other than 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. Very balanced. Okay. So the message is looking at the physical, the emotional, mental, and then the spiritual plane equally, completely equal, because there's 3 runes in each family. So let's go ahead and I'll just go from the physical realm to the emotional, mental, and then the spiritual realm. And I'm going to try to bring this up a little closer so you can see that a little better. Sorry about that. See if that position holds. There we go. Balance. Okay. Everything's a balance. So we have Thor's. This is the Thor's hammer. So we are breaking out of stagnation. Really be sure you're using calculated strategy here. If you break the rules, that can sort of weaken you, but sometimes we need to break the rules too. So just really strategize about things. This is radio. This is radio is all about physical movement. I always think of this like the red wagon that I grew up with a kid. This is all about travel. So I have definitely been on the physical movement for the last 2 weeks. And so this is travel. This is getting help, removing things that do not belong there. On a cautionary tale on this rune, just be careful that you are not blaming others for your circumstances, because that could lead to physical separation. And back in the days of the Germanic people and the Vikings with the younger runes, that is not something you wanted to do. You needed everybody in the family or the clan in order to survive. So be wary of that. This is Wanju. This is all about satisfaction. You have achieved everything on the physical realm or family clan row here. So you have a lot of joy, happiness, success. Okay. This is Heglas. This is the hail rune. So watch out for distractors and outside influences. Be wary of damage or deaths, unwanted things that can take you off focus. We can't reverse what's on the emotional and mental plane. This is something we have to go through or work through. So these are just out there and not something you can easily take away. You have to have those experiences and work through those emotional and mental growth opportunities, I will call them. Nathis, this is all about necessity, fire. This is really trying to find the essentials. Maybe you don't have the basic needs. It's a difficult lesson that needs to be addressed and reflected upon. Sometimes that might mean solitude to get you to that place where you're not just skinning by. This is Jera. This is all about the harvest in the Wheel of Fortune. This is all about completion of a cycle. This is Tiwaz. This is good orderly direction. So this can be sort of viewed as a sword. It's helping you reach your target. You're claiming victory. You see things clearly. Just beware of envy, malice, and revenge as a cautionary tale on this one, so that you can stay on the spiritual realm or family clan here and not lose your focus. This is Laguz. This is water, so we're going with the flow. This is using your psychic abilities to find balance in your life. It might mean getting introspective, looking at your subconscious, what's going on with you spiritually. Okay. Sometimes it could mean a cautionary tale, tribulations, humiliation, maybe a disagreement you have to overcome because you didn't go with the flow. This is Dagus. Kind of looks like a butterfly. This is all about day. This is being released. You see the light. You have a new opportunity for a new beginning. There's change. There's a new cycle going on in your life. Okay. So, what rune family Aett do you need to work through or work with based on what you heard today? What are you knocking it out of the park on and it's not a problem for you versus that could set me back? That is something I need to work through. Okay. 24 Germanic runes. This is the Elder rune set. Now let's talk about the younger, which is actually Scandinavian, think Viking. It is the oldest set. There's only 16 runes in there. So if I was reading the message from a younger version set, there's 8 runes that do not apply. So what would come off the board? Wanju, satisfaction, would come off the board. They don't talk about that. They do not have Dagus either. Okay, so there's no new cycle or beginning. So, message kind of the same. Break out of stagnation. If you have physical movement, great. Get travel, help, all that fun stuff. Just be sure not to blame others for your circumstances. Watch out for outside distractors or influences that would keep you off target. If you're easily distracted, then you could be missing out on basic needs and just the basic necessities of life. So if you can stay focused and work through that and not get distracted, then you'll reap the harvest of Jera. Think of this as like tractor tires. And again, keep the focus. Know what you want, get clarity. You'll achieve victory. And then just be sure you're always going with the flow. Consult your guides, your spiritual source, so that there's balance. That you're not all work and no play, and vice versa. So that you can achieve what you need to achieve in this lifetime. All right, y'all. Thanks for being here and being a part of Rust Runes and our family of Aett, or if you're Scandinavian, Aett. Aett means family, and all the runes have families too. And so that's why I read as I do. So hopefully that helps you see 1 through 8, your progression through each of the family or the realms of runes. Until next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye.